Sorry, guys. I just realized I was on mute. Hey, y'all. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope it's been a really good Monday for you guys. I had a good day, but when I tell y'all, like, I was in meetings a lot today, I am tired. But I really just wanted to come and talk about Married to Medicine with you guys. So yeah, please, if you can engage a little bit more today, I would appreciate that because your girl is tired. But yeah, please hit that like button as you come in, everybody. Please hit that like button. So I'm gonna start really quickly with asking you guys to let me know what you would rate Married to Medicine. So what would you rate this latest episode of Married to Medicine? Please put it in the chat. What would you rate it? Did you guys think it was good? Did you guys think it was poor? Let me know. Let me put up a poll um really quickly. Tommy said, so sorry. Thank you so much, Han. Honestly, I'm just like, yo, I was this close to like low key canceling, but I was like, okay, it's too late for me to cancel. I've already told you guys I'm gonna be here, so let me just show up. But yeah, thanks, guys. Tommy says, guys, please hit the like button as you join in. Yes, you have heard from my mod. Please hit that like button. Let's not be stingy with the likes tonight. We have a really fun show planned for you guys. All I ask is that you like and engage, please. Okay, so let's start with a poll. I want to put up a poll. Let me just do that really quickly. I'll ask you guys, what would you rate? What would you rate the latest episode of Married to Med? Okay, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 to 7, 8 to 10. Okay. All right, so I just did 3 options because I didn't know. Oh, actually, I could have had it another option. Let me see. No, it's fine. This is fine. Okay. So if you guys just please engage in the poll, let us know how would you rate the latest episode of Married to Medicine? Hello, Super. Thank you for joining tonight. I hope you're doing well. Have you had a really good Monday? Um, all right. So whilst you guys are, oh, I didn't start the poll. Oh, I think Tommy already did the poll. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Okay. So Tommy already put it in the poll. What do you guys think? How would you rate the latest episode of Married to Medicine? Okay, guys. Yes. Boring, very interesting. So she's kind of giving you guys the opportunity to vote. So please vote in the poll. Let us know what you guys thought about the episode. Overall, I think the episode was decent. I think it's one of those episodes where it's a little bit of a filler. I feel like they were traveling they were traveling to the venue, so I didn't really expect so much from the episode in general. I think if I had to rate it, I will probably rate it a 7. And I'll give it a 7 because there is a bit that I really want to talk about, which is the Damon and Heavenly of it all. I don't know how the people do it, but I am so tired of Heavenly and her antics. I don't even know how the rest of the people manage. If I was on that show, Heavenly would be stressing me out. I would be irritated to have to be sharing a space with Heavenly. So we are going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Quad and King as well. What I do want to do, because I've already done a deep dive where I really talk about the episode. So tonight I want to hear a little bit more from you guys in the chats. If you guys let me know what you guys think. So I want it to be more of a conversation just because I've already done my deep dive. I also want to play some clips for you guys and then we'll talk about some of the clips together. All right, thank you, everybody. Super says she would rate it a 6. Okay, makes sense. So Super would give it a 6. I give it a 7. So right around that same mark. Tommy says, let your y'all, let's hit that like button as we watch the live. Please, let's get to 14 likes. Yes, please, you have heard from my mod. Please continue to hit that like button. Let's get the likes up. Okay. All right. So let's start with King, honey. That is light. So let me start with King. I just want to give me a second. Let me just log back in. I don't know why it does this sometimes. It seems like Instagram logged me out. So let me just try get back in. Okay, I'm in. Alrighty. So let me quickly share my screen. Okay. Um. All right. I don't know why it keeps bringing. Give me a second. All right. Okay, it's up now. Let me share. Tommy is even less generous. Tommy is marking it down as a 5. Wow, you really thought it was that bad? Okay, so a 5. Okay. Um, let's see. Anyone else? So Tommy marks it down as a 5. Um, I see another 6. See a 6 in the chat. So yeah, so it seems the average is somewhere around that 6 mark. Okay. That's cool, to be honest. I definitely think it's a filler episode. Okay, so let's play this clip. Now, of course, it's YouTube, fair use and all that, so I have to keep pausing the whole time. I don't want no smoke with Instagram. Well, with YouTube, rather.
To start the vacation off right.
I think we should set the tone. Just like you do a pledge of allegiance, we're going to do a pledge of friendship.
Oh, come on, Eugene.
Eugene was like, let's start off on a good note, honey. I do not want no drama on this trip. Let's get to it. Okay. Super says, this season hasn't been that great to me. I completely agree. I feel the same way. I definitely think it's starting to give the impression that Married to Medicine is running its own course. And I don't know if it's because maybe they need new people, but they have new people. So I don't really know what it is. Maybe they really need to shake the cast up and like get rid of certain people. Like maybe get rid of Jackie because Jackie doesn't really bring much to the show. Get rid of Mimi. Mimi doesn't bring much to the show except hating on Toya. Who else? Who else? I think like a lot of the people, there isn't much that they're really bringing to the show, if I'm being completely honest. So I think they just need to like completely lock them off. Completely lock them off, remove them from the show. I think if they do a rejiggling of the show, then I think we may get better content. I think at the moment it feels very like dramatized, and I feel like the same storyline keeps lingering the whole time and it's just annoying. Tommy says, I feel they are dragging the same storyline. Yep, definitely. It's like dragging the same storyline over and over and over again. And it's like it's very similar to what happened with Potomac this season. It's very much given the same storyline, the same conversations. And it's like, how long are we going to have these conversations for? Like, what is going on over here? And so, yes, I definitely think maybe a good shake up. Let everybody work for that bag. Super says recycling the same old storylines. Yes, absolutely. It's definitely given that. And I think part of it is also when a show has been on for a long time, you know all the characters, and there isn't much that they can do unless they have interesting things going on in their lives. There isn't enough to keep the people watching, to be completely honest. So I do wonder if Married to Medicine is now starting to transition into that point where it's not a huge thing anymore. We have gotten so familiar with the cast. We are now starting to get tired, and the people are just like, yeah, please, what are we doing? Guys, for those who have just joined in, there is a poll in the chat. It should be pinned to the chat. So please complete it if you can. It's just basically trying to figure out how you'd rate the episode. Okay, so Tommy says, honestly, the sweet tea season was more interesting to me. Yes, it was. Absolutely was. I definitely think like since then though, I don't know what has happened. It's just felt like it has gone down actually in terms of the content, but I do wonder if it's just they have been on air for a long time now. Things are now starting to get old. So, yeah.
We, the friends and couples embarking on this special trip, pledge to foster an atmosphere of kindness, respect, and camaraderie. Well, we ain't done. We ain't done.
Eugene was like, "We ain't done. We ain't done. Like, y'all ain't about to rush me. Okay? We are not done. We need to get this out, honey." He is like, "No, oh no, you are not going to rush me. Okay?" You know, one thing I liked about this episode, though, I don't know if you guys noticed, Simone seemed so light. Simone seemed to be enjoying Cecil. They were really having fun. They could really forget what they had going on at home and they were enjoying each other. And that was actually really nice to see.
Camaraderie. Any instances of pettiness, meanness, or disruptive behavior will be met with consequences of having to go to your room for a cool-off period.
Okay, send them to their room, honey. Send them to time out. Let them think about the consequences of their actions. Okay?
We are the princesses of petty and mean.
Trip's over.
Read the room.
Trip's over.
Yes, in this time room.
Okay. Yeah, we can.
But when Phaedra called you guys mean girls, you didn't like it? Did she lie? Simone just said it out of her mouth. They are the queen of pettiness and mean. So I guess Phaedra wasn't lying. When Phaedra said y'all are a bunch of mean girls, you guys swore up and down that that was a lie. And now Simone is saying it out of her own mouth that y'all are mean. Okay? So I guess it's okay when she does it, but not when Phaedra does it. Okay.
Just go to the room, Daddy. You want me to be petty right quick?
Heavenly, when you decide to do all that baby voice, I don't even find it endearing in the slightest. I'm just like, oh, whatever, please. All the insinuations about sex, please. I'm sure you all ain't getting it in like that. Okay? Super says Simone and Cecil are authentic. Yes, I enjoy them. I actually enjoy seeing them having fun on the strip. Like Simone seems really light. So I love that for her. So I hope that whatever it is they have going on at home is resolved or getting resolved. Oh, Super believes Simone was being sarcastic. Okay.
You go to the room?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So tonight we have planned a night at the club at Pier 1. Do we have the dress?
Look at how Quad looks so happy. Quad likes that club lifestyle, honey. Because the way she looks so happy, like we have planned at Pier 1. Okay? She is excited.
Some kind of way? If you have black, gold, or green, okay, then we would love for you to join us tonight while we turn up.
So I'm trying to get everybody to experience a real Jamaica, not just a tourist trap.
We're going to celebrate Emancipation Day. It's like our independence. We're celebrating this weekend. Yeah.
Not to discount Toya Eugene, but I'm from Jamaica and we have all the connections. I mean, we're going to turn up.
You see how he was so respectful? He said, "Oh, not to discount Toya and Eugene, but this." I'm like, you have so much empathy. You have so much understanding for your boy. But where's the understanding for your girl, honey? Where is the understanding for Miss Quad, as she is going through the journey? Any little opportunity you have, things that you're calling her big back, you're calling her, well, I will show you it. I will show you guys that in a second. Tommy says Quad is always outside. I love it. Girl, I think the reason you love it is because you don't be outside a lot. There's not much outside, to be honest. But I understand, girl. Have fun. Live your life.
All right, so let's give out these keys so everybody can get a little bit of rest. Brandy. Thank you.
Secrets is nice, though, still. I stayed in a Secrets in a particular country before, and it was lovely. And it was right by the beach. Oh, it was wonderful, honestly. If you can ever say a Secrets, stay and have a wonderful time.
Love those fans. Look at that.
I could deal with this.
Ooh.
It's always the view, to be fair. The view is always something special.
We got the beach view.
Hey, this is getting used.
Okay, and this.
Swells.
Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. They couldn't accept that Sweet Tea was growing a fan base, but they were mean to her. Yeah, I definitely wish that she had stayed on the show. I feel like if she had stayed on the show, she would have become the fan favorite, the one that everyone is watching. I think she let them run her off a bit too quickly, in my opinion. Yeah. And I appreciate that, you know, toxic environment is not for everybody, but I definitely wish that she had stayed on. I feel like she would have brought a lot more to the show. I think her personality was definitely very, very missed because, like, I don't think the rest of the people have, you know, such personalities, really. Like, Toya has a great personality. I think Simone also brings a bit of that. But the rest of the folks are a little bit dry. Okay, Quad is all right. But I don't really find Angel fun. I can't even stand Mimi and the way she has been moving lately. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like they need to chuck some of these people away and then turn them into friends of and have them fight for their spot. Let me say so true. Super says, I will remain silent on Quadria. I still can't believe that's her name. D. Hufford says, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are good. I heard Sweetie and Greg were terminated because Quad and Heavenly said they didn't feel safe. You see? This is what I say about these languages. You don't feel safe. Why don't you feel safe? What was done? What was said that you don't feel safe? What happened that you don't feel safe? Absolutely weird. Weird. Super says, I'll take the privacy and peace and quiet of the Jamaica Inn over any other resort. Oh, I better look into that. I don't think I've ever been to a Jamaica Inn. Let me see what that looks like, honey. Of course, my nosy ass is like trying to look at this whilst I'm on live right now. But yeah, I think I probably should not get distracted. I'll probably look at it later. Quadriac. Tommy is cracking me up. Now that King has gone, they need to bring them back, please. Yes, but I don't know if they're going to bring them back. And I also don't know if Sweetie is going to be able to be back because I think she basically said she hasn't heard from Simone, which gives the impression her and Simone are not exactly like BFFs. Toya definitely doesn't see it for Sweet Tea anymore. Although the thing about Toya is Toya forgives and Toya lets things go quickly. So I think if Sweet Tea did come back, Toya would still be an ally. But I don't think the rest of the girls would be good or treat her well either. So I don't even know what she would possibly be coming back to.
See what is in the gift bag.
All right, what we got here? Love is art.
Dear Simone and Cecil, art can sometimes be messy, just like love. I now challenge you to create something beautiful using only your bodies.
Sound a little corny.
Cecil said, sounds a little corny. It's like, there's no way I'm going to be creating art with my body. Sorry.
This Toya done got us her freaky ass. Look. Oh, it's paint. Do you want me to paint you?
No.
Why? I think we need this vacation. Like, it's like we've been going through so much. You
Listen, y'all.
know what I mean?
Ups and downs with IVF.
Yeah. I just want to really just let go, not think about anything, not worry about anything. I just want to feel like free. We have been the couple, honey, that was going for like 15 times a week.
How many times y'all had whoopee a week?
I guess things have completely changed, really. I don't think they're definitely doing that as much as they said they were back in the day. Maybe things have calmed down now. With IVF, I definitely don't really believe that they would be going as hard as they were going, personally.
In a week? Not 15. Shut the hell up.
No,
Really?
seriously.
With the whole IVF process, it's all consuming. And to still try to make all of that sexy, it ain't all that easy. I just want to just like be in the moment.
You want to be an airhead for the weekend?
This is why I'm starting to feel like, is this a humiliation ritual? Because what do you mean she's trying to be an airhead for the weekend? Like, dude, what is going on? Why? Why? Now I understand y'all may say it's a joke, it's a joke, it's a joke. Yeah, but he been joking so much at her expense. Like, why? Like, guys, do you guys think I'm being too sensitive about this airhead comment? Do you guys think I'm being sensitive? Please let me know. Please let me know. Put it in the chat. Do you guys believe I'm being sensitive about that comment? Or do you guys truly believe, like, yeah, nah, Quad is out of it and King needs to shut the F up, respectfully? T recently said she would like to work behind the camera. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Dr. Daddy does not ever just play along. Yep. He does not play along at all. Every time she does her little, soft voice, insinuate something about sex, he's just there like, he is not playing along. And I'm just like, honestly, I would love to be a fly on the wall in their relationship so I can see what is really going down in there. Because I do not believe that everything is just right there and all cool and all good in the hood. I don't believe that for a second. I would pay to be a fly on the wall just so I can see what is going on in there. D says, I don't believe 15 times a week. I don't either. And let's be honest, how are you guys counting, right? Because that's the thing. How are you guys counting? And both of them said 15, which makes me feel like they rehearsed their answers beforehand. Because there's no way that you would say 15 and he would say 15. If it's truly 15, one person is likely to say maybe 16, 17, or someone is likely to say 14, and then someone says 15. Or you mean to tell me you both count and know that you're doing it 15 times a day or 15 times a week is ridiculous and unbelievable. Dee says she does not believe the IVF journey either. Oh. I think the thing about the IVF journey is, didn't we see her like prick herself? Like, it would be weird if someone is just out here just injecting themselves for no reason. That would be crazy. King just no longer likes your girl Quadria. Quadria. Every time you say Quadria, I'm always like, who the heck are we talking about, honey? That's a tongue twister right there. Yeah, it's definitely given he does not like her anymore. He does not want to be around her. He is not engaging with her. That is the vibe I get when it comes to King. I think that he is done. I think he came on that journey thinking we are going to be having fun, we are going to be doing all sorts, enjoying ourselves. And then I think when he realized that, yo, this is no longer enjoyable, like we are legit trying to have a baby over here, I think that man zoned out. I think that man really zoned out and just thought this ain't going to happen, and then became resentful. So now that they are on the other end of it, I think he's definitely just thinking like, what are we doing? I'm not here for this at all. So yeah, that man is tired, is done with it. King, must you call her names? Tommy, this is the thing. It's like in my history of dating men, nobody has ever called me out of my name. Not no big back, not no airhead, not no, insinuations about loose vjj, like nothing remotely crazy ever, right? Like, even when they are angry. So I just don't understand what the humiliation jokes are about. Like, I don't get it. And I feel like the more I see Quad entertain it and Quad is always looking like, you can tell she feels some type of way, but she also does not want us to see her sweat, especially after she's been out here riding for this man, talking about them doing all they're doing 15 times a day. She does not want to have to run that back. Imagine being out here confirming that you were doing stuff 15 times per week with a man that is not your husband. Now everybody's going to be looking at you crazy now that you've left him or he's left you, whatever the case may be, right? Now, let's talk about if you eventually now date someone else and the person watches the show and the person is saying that you're saying that you guys were doing it 15 times a day. Wouldn't he just be thinking like, yo, where's the self-respect? This ain't your husband. 15 times a week is craziness, in my opinion. D says yes, Quad. Yes, because Quad isn't worth the energy. Plus, the relationship was never real, in my opinion. To be honest, I've heard a lot of people say that as well, and I think that's very, very interesting. That like, you know, people are kind of like, oh, maybe that's not really a real relationship. So that's very interesting. Tommy says, not at all, considering the fact that he has a track record of calling her names. You're not overreacting at all. Thank you for that, because that's exactly what I thought. Like, if it's the first time, we would be like, okay, maybe it wasn't intentional, maybe this, maybe that. But the fact that it is definitely given that he's just out here just overreacting. So he's just out here acting a fool, basically. Absolutely weird. D says that could have been anything in that syringe. I don't believe it one bit. Ooh. Ooh. Plot freaking twist. Plot twist. Because apparently don't people do weight loss jabs now with the syringe? Ooh. Interesting. I don't know. I think for me, because I feel like fertility is so sensitive, like I'm just like, yo, I'ma just assume that it is true unless I get some proof that it ain't. Let's get to 14 likes. Yes, please hit that like button. Welcome to the live. Hit that like button, please. Thank you very much. I get the impression that he wants to shoot down the image that her supporters have. Like she doesn't have it. Ooh, like she doesn't really have it, in my opinion. Absolutely. I definitely think that that makes a lot of sense. Because it is obvious he's just trying to shoot down everything. It's almost like he's chipping at her self-esteem bit by bit, and we can see it happening in real time. Very, very sad. Tommy says that 15 times a week is insane. We need to bring back shame. Absolutely. There's no way anybody's going to catch me out here counting and being openly saying, oh, this is how many times you're doing it with a man that ain't your husband, has no sense of commitment. He's just a boyfriend. Please. Yes, please. Let's get the likes up. Please. Thank you, everybody. I know this is a new time that we are trialing, but your girl is becoming a lot busier now. So I'm going to struggle to keep the late night lives moving forward, which is why I've now moved it to an earlier time. So guys, I hope that you guys would still be able to join. For the replay gang, I hope that you guys forgive me, but I might have to start doing it around this time, sort of moving forward. Super says he is humiliating her. I can't say the word right, even though I've said it multiple times on this live. Humiliating her. Yes, that's exactly it. And that's exactly what I said. I was like, this has to be a humiliation ritual. And my thing is like, why does it seem that she still stands for it all of the time? It's like, girl, pick up yourself and decide that maybe I want better for myself. I'm not going to let this man play in my face. That's what I would love for her to see. I would love to see her get him one good time on camera, make some sort of comment, show us that you're not a doormat, like when it comes to the way you deal with other people in the group, you're very quick to get into it with or certain people on the show. Get into it with him. He's the one that does not treat you the way you deserve to be treated. He is the one that is talking at you sideways. So I'm gonna need you to give that energy that you like to give Toya, that energy that you like to give Simone, although you and Simone also gives you that energy. I would love for you, Choir, to give that energy to Mr. King. Okay. All right, guys, please hit that like button as you guys come in. Please, to everyone who has just come in, you're welcome. We are talking about the Married to Medicine latest episode. We just talked about Quad and King, and we are now going to move on to another clip that I really wanted to play for you guys. When I told y'all that Mimi is the enemy, y'all, I was correct. And I told y'all that Mimi does not remotely like Toya. Mimi does not see it for Toya at all. At all. Excuse me, at all. She does not see it for Toya at all. And I feel like I'm going to show you all a clip and you guys will see it for yourself. That lady don't like Toya. At this point, Mimi is looking hella pressed. Like, why are you so pressed about Toya? What has Toya ever done to you that is making you this pressed? That's what I want to know. Super says, I don't get it either, considering Dr. G had to call the popo on her and she was deemed the aggressor. Yes, I think that is also quite interesting because I feel like Dr. G also has a mouth on him. And I think, why do you date these men that have such mouths on them? Why? That is the question that I have. Why do you date men like that? Like, it's one thing to date one, but then two back to back? It's like, this man is a slightly calmer version of Dr. G. That's what is given to me. Tommy says, super chats are welcome to keep this channel going with great content like this. Yes, please. Definitely. Super chats are always welcome. Thank you, everybody. And thanks, Tommy, for flagging that. Okay, so let me keep playing the video. Hold on. I thought I had shared my screen for that one. Give me a second. Let me share this.
I don't know what we're going to do with the people who are single in our friend group. As much as I think it's silly for somebody who's single to want to come on a couples trip by themselves, because it just makes it very hard for the couples to have to then baby and cater to them, I'm not going to fight that fight. I absolutely have learned my lesson. I am not indulging in any conversation about Angel and her dating life.
Yep. Mind your business.
People here, you can listen. You might learn some lessons for later. It's okay.
She can come with a snowman, okay? Honey, you won't get it out of me. Not on this couple's trip. Are you?
What I'm trying to look for, hold on, is this is what I was trying to find. When Simone told the girls that Toya and Eugene will be hosting the couple's trip, and it's very interesting to see the reaction of the people to that. So let me show y'all.
Single.
Yes.
It is that time of the year for the couples trip.
Yes.
Cecil and I are going to continue working on our own relationship. We're not going to be hosting the couples trip this year.
Exactly. And I respect that. And this is why I go back to say Simone is very authentic. You guys may not necessarily like her, or some people may not like her, but Simone is authentic. Simone knew that they were not going to be out here playing in our faces like everything is good at home and planning the trip when it really ain't that good at home, right? And so I love that they decided to take a step back from doing that. I feel like if it was Heavenly and Damon, they would have probably still hosted that trip and acted like everything was good at home. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. I don't know what happens in their home, but this is what I think.
The couple trips are meant to share experiences within the group to help strengthen your own relationship. But since Cecil and I are in a struggle in our marriage,
Should we be worried?
probably we just want to.
And I love how she's honest. They're asking her, should they be worried? And she's like, probably. She's trying to give the people heads up. Like, probably.
pass the baton off to somebody else who has the energy to pour into other couples. We're giving it to Toya and Eugene. Toya and Eugene are in the best place in their marriage.
Look at Angel's face. Angel, you are pressed about a lady that does not care about you. You are so pressed. Toya has the girls mad, honey. Toya has the girls mad because what is this face? Like,
They not giving model couples.
look at Mimi.
Eugene, can you be the leader of your house and lead your friends to the side? Oh.
Eesh.
Damn, Toya. It's giving chaos. We're going to be uplifting each other, and I'm not seeing that. I don't like that. Simone and Cecil.
So basically, the girls did not like it. My thing is, I feel like Mimi has a hard on for Toya. I don't think there is anything that Toya could ever do that she will do right. This is just my personal opinion. I actually don't believe that she likes Toya. I think that anything Toya does, even if she does it perfectly, she will have an issue. I don't know if you guys picked up on when Heavenly pulled Toya to the side at the children's event. I don't know what it's called, I guess the medical mission or whatever. The community day, let me just call it a community day. You could see that Mimi was like eavesdropping. She was literally looking and side-eyeing it. I'm like, girl, let these people talk if they want to talk. Let them be cool if they want to be cool. What is your problem? Anything that has to do with Toya just has you mad. And I don't understand, but you need to get help, in my opinion. Like, do you guys feel like Mimi has a hard on for Toya? Let me put a poll up about that actually. Because I think, let me just look at what you guys said about Married to Medicine. So it's half and half. 50% of y'all said Married to Medicine has been very good. 50% of y'all said it has been boring. So I guess somewhere in the middle, I guess it's been kind of dry is probably the answer to that. But let me put up another poll. Let me just ask y'all. And for the replay gang, you guys may not be able to see the poll because I've seen people ask me about the poll for replay gang. This is usually for people who join the live. But you can at least let us know your opinion about the poll in the comments or section when you guys watch this. So the question is, do you think Mimi, I honestly want to say has a hard on, but I'm just going to be nice and respectful in the poll and just say, do you think Mimi hates Toya? Yes. She cannot stand her. No. She's holding Toya accountable. Okay. So let me know, do you think Mimi hates Toya? I put a yes, she cannot stand her. No, she's holding Toya accountable. So put it in the chat what you guys think. Do the poll if you can. For the replay gang, you guys can put it in the chat what you guys think about that. So Super says, no singles on my couples trip. I don't care, girl. I'm with you on that. Like, if I was not in a relationship, right, and they're doing couples trip and all of that, I'm not going to come to the couples trip. I'm not even going to want to go to the couples trip. Like, what would be the benefit in me going? Why would I go? What fun is that to be on a couples trip and not be in a couple? Doesn't make any sense. Super says Toya is Mimi's mental health project this season and she can go. Absolutely. I'm like, Mimi, you need to calm the heck down, honey, because you are pressed like a panini. You need to chill, do something, take a cold shower, because like you have a hard on for her. Because it's getting concerning. Like I've seen confessionals constantly about Toya, but it's like you have an issue with someone that does not even know you exist, sis. Rachel Jackson says, yes, she does. Yep, that is what is definitely given. I agree with you, sis. Tommy says, Dr. Mimi needs a storyline, to be honest. Yes, then find one. Find one. Play with somebody else. Leave Toya out of it. I think they love picking on Toya, to be honest. I I think they love picking at her. The good thing is she can handle herself, so she gonna be all right. And I need her to drag Mimi, not physically, but I'm gonna need her to drag her with her words, honey, because Mimi thinks that she can use her psychology brain or whatever to make it seem like, oh, Toya is unhinged. No, you are unhinged for being obsessed, for acting obsessed towards somebody that is your castmate. Okay. Afrobell says Mimi is looking for brownie points and will go where the wind gives her another season. I guess go where the wind go where the wind gives her another season. Go where the wind blows, or gives her another season. Yeah. But anyway, I get what you mean. So she's looking for brownie points. Yeah, she definitely wants to be back on the show. So I guess she's doing whatever she needs to do to come back on the show. But I personally want her gone. I don't want her on the show. I don't think she brings anything to the show. I think she's very condescending in her approach with Toya. And I think it comes back to them feeling some type of way because Toya is a housewife. It's like, girl, release yourself. I know you're probably the one doing most of the work at home, but release yourself. Not everyone has the same life that you have. There's no need to be resentful of the lady who has a completely different life from the life that you have. Okay? Tommy says, please let's get to 20 likes, y'all. The likes are not matching the views. I know, y'all. Please, let's not be stingy with the likes. I'm quite surprised the likes ain't even hit 20 yet. Please, let's not be stingy with the likes. Hit that like button as you come in. Y'all, some of y'all want us to be begging for likes. I need to do a like song like, don't be stingy with the likes. Don't be stingy with the likes. Okay? That's what I'm going to do for y'all. If you all don't be liking, I'm going to come over here and be singing every time about don't be stingy with the likes. So please, hit that like button so you don't have to keep hearing it. And it's interesting because sometimes people in the replay gang are always like, oh, yo, hit that like button. Now we have to keep hearing it. Sorry, guys, but unless the people that are on live hit the like button, you are going to keep hearing me say it. Thank you. All right. At this point, it's like, yo, we need to start marking attendance. As soon as you come in, hashtag like one, at this point, because I don't really understand it. It's a free way to support the channel. Please, let's hit that like button. All right, let's go. Rachel says, I hope they remove Mimi. She's using her for a storyline. Yes, me too. Like, remove her. We do not want to see Mimi. We don't need to see Mimi. There's nothing she brings to the show that is exceptional. Like, I'm bored most of the times. Like, yes, it was good to see her family dynamic and her child, and a neurodivergent child. And yes, absolutely agree. However, outside of that, I don't really think there's been anything else that I've seen that she's brought to the show that I particularly enjoyed personally. But that is just me. Super says Mimi is the friend that likes to bring her profession into social settings, and I cannot stand those kind of friends. It's like, yo, you're a project manager at work. Don't come over here to try and project manage me, please. Like, I get what you mean. I can't stand when people do that. It's like, you're not a project manager right now. Let's just be ourselves and have fun. Like, outside of your work, you should be an individual, right? So yes, I'm definitely, I do not and cannot stand people like that always bring their profession into social settings. Or even like, when you hang out and every single opportunity, they just keep saying like, oh, by the way, I do this, I'm this, I'm this. It's like, girl, please, can we talk about something else and not all that you do, please? But yeah. All right, Toya is the highest paid housewife on the show. Ooh, if that is true, I can understand why the people are upset because she is a housewife and she's getting paid the most. Of course, the people don't like her, but I can understand why she's getting paid the most. She has the best personality out of all of them. She can get the people talking. She is direct. She's authentic. She doesn't hide, right? Right, wrong, indifferent, you will see her real life, right? She doesn't try to play it down for the cameras. Instead, you see with Heavenly does not like to share her business. Simone is the only other person that I think is next to her in terms of like authenticity. The rest of the people are just performing for us. The rest of the people give us what they think we want to see, in my opinion. That's just the vibe I get. I don't get honest people who really are trying to show up, and I don't get that vibe from the people. From majority of the people. I think it's more of a, yeah, I think it's more of an inauthentic, I'm going to produce the scene kind of vibe from a lot of the cast members. Like for instance, with Angel and Mimi, it's definitely given we don't have a storyline. Let's come at Toya. Let's see if we can get a storyline out of it. That is the vibe that I'm getting consistently. Let me see what y'all are saying on this poll. So far, we only have 8 votes. Can you guys please vote? There are way more people in this live, so please vote in the poll. We just put a poll up asking you guys if you think that Mimi hates Toya. So far, it seems like majority of people believe that, yes, Mimi cannot stand Toya. And I think you will be correct. But let's keep saying, you guys, so if you agree or disagree, put it in the vote on the poll, please. Thank you. All right, let's get back on track with this. Rachel says, I'm so ready for Jackie to go. Also, bring back Mariah. Yes, I definitely agree. I feel like Jackie doesn't really bring much to the show. We barely even see her. It's Married to Medicine, right? We barely even see her husband. I don't think we've even seen enough of the medicine this season anyway. So like, I don't know really what she brings to the show. She doesn't really get down with the girls like that. She doesn't go to a lot of the events like that. So I'm just like, if not for the fact that she's respected in the medical community, I think that they would have removed her since. But I will say for a change though, if you noticed, I think when the seating chart came out, I don't think she was sitting next to Andy, which I liked. Because I feel like you cannot keep reinforcing someone being able to do the barest minimum and then get to sit right next to Andy. I think that is not okay, especially for the people like Toya who work overtime every season to make sure it's a great show. Super says you're correct about Toya and Simone, and Brandy is authentic too. Yes, exactly. And this is why I feel like those three connect. If you notice, Toya is always saying great things about Simone, of course, but also Brandy. The best newbie, she says, Brandy every time. And when we see Brandy, we see that Brandy is not trying to start drama with nobody. It's usually the people that want to start with her, like Mimi trying to start with her, like Angel trying to start with her. So I personally think that that is why the authentic girls, get along with Brandy because they find Brandy authentic as well. I think the rest of the girlies bond together because they are not necessarily authentic. They're not really transparent. The girls are just enjoying being a Married to Medicine and trying to enjoy the check, in my opinion. That's my perspective. You all may disagree, but that is what I think. That is what I think. I think that the authentic girls see each other and they stick together. My personal opinion. Tommy says, please vote on the poll, y'all. Yes, you heard it from my mod. Please vote on the poll. Let me see if y'all are y'all voting on the poll? Nah, you lot are not voting like that on the poll. Please vote on the poll. It should come up. It's pinned. So yes, please vote on the poll. At least I can see that the likes have increased. So thank you for that, guys. I saw that you guys must have hated my "Don't Be Stingy with the Like" song, and you guys decided to hit that like button. Whatever the case may be, I am grateful you all decided to hit that like button, please. But yeah, thank you for that. Super says Jackie is giving friends all vibes. Absolutely. Your husband don't be showing up. You are barely insane. Yes, I definitely agree with you. Jackie is giving friends of vibes, and definitely she should be a friend of. There's no need for her to be a full cast member if she cannot show up as a full cast member. What I always find is shows where they feel some sense of loyalty to someone. Like, for instance, when Candy was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and there were seasons where I was just like, there's no reason for her to be on this show. But it felt like they still kept bringing her on the show until she finally left. And I think that that's exactly what is happening to Jackie. It's like, Jackie girl, I'm gonna need you to tell the people you do not want to come back anymore, because if you continue over the years and do not give us some sort of storyline, you will eventually be kicked off the show. Rachel Jackson says, I would like to see Sweet Tea back. She never really got a chance because everyone wants to be loyal to Quad. Absolutely. I definitely think that's why I was saying, I don't know if you caught the earlier part of my live. I actually said, like, Sweet Tea, I wish she had gotten to stay a little longer on the show, because I think Sweet Tea was great for the show. She brought in a lot of conversation, a lot of drama to the show. And she was actually getting a lot of people that liked Sweet Tea. And she just seems like a down-to-earth chick, right? She seems like a down-to-earth person. And the people over here on YouTube loved her, right? So I actually just think that Heavenly switched teams when she saw that the public, right, did not like Quad being kicked off, and then she teamed up with Quad, and it's been her and Quad ever since. I think if she did not experience the fans of Quad really fighting for Quad to be on the show, I think that, yeah, I think she would have been anti-Quad. But I think Heavenly is not stupid. Heavenly sees what the social media people say about Quad. She knows that Quad has a lot of, like, loyal fans. These people will follow her anywhere, and these people will be actively in conversations. So I think that's kind of why that's why she was like, I'm a jump back on and be Team Quad. D says, I'm not watching this season, so I can't speak to Toya and Mimi's relationship. I just know Quad is a fraud from way back. Yes, in the words of Mariah, Quad the fraud. Okay, so let me see. I did want to play another clip for y'all. And I think this clip, the reason I really want to play this clip for y'all is because I feel like it's going to show how Heavenly is diabolical. Like, somebody needs to tell Heavenly to sit her A down. Diabolical. Let me show you all what I'm talking about. Oh, I mistakenly closed the screen. Give me a second. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Hello to the new people. We are talking about Married to Medicine. Please feel free to rewind or go back and watch starting from the beginning if you missed anything. And also, for those who have just newly come in, thank you so much. Hit that like button, please, and thank you. Okay, let me show you all this because I cannot watch this by myself. I need y'all to see what I saw. Watch. What I want you to pay attention to is watch who was speaking. Watch who was speaking. And watch how Heavenly treated Toya. Oh, let me unmute.
And Brandy, I was like, where do they fit in the scenario as it relates to the Met Gala? What do y'all think?
They make a lot of money, girl. They ready.
Here's the thing. Y'all haven't discussed anything.
Okay, so here's what
I know zero about
So we have had 2 previous years of Med Gala. This year, we felt like Toya would make a great chairperson for Med Gala 3. We didn't think that.
Guess what? Did you hear that? Jackie said, we think that Toya will make a really good chairperson for Met Gala. Then Heavenly says, we didn't think that. It's like, girl, give it a minute, let it breathe. Right? See how she stirred it up. It was a calm conversation, had nothing to do with you, mama. Like, give it a minute. Mind your business. Watch.
We thought that it would teach her a lesson.
He said, we thought that it would teach her a lesson. So then Eugene's face is like, what?
I don't need to be taught a lesson because the one thing I do well is I plan parties well.
Now, let's be clear. Toya already apologized. If you guys don't want to take her apology, that is fine, right? But watch Heavenly say it again.
So this is not a party. It's a very big difference. The first 2 years of the Met Gala.
It's not a party, but you guys did not know that you could get corporate sponsorships until Toya came on board. The same Toya you lot say is not smart, not intelligent, silly, came on board and decided an arrangement that allows you to be able to get corporate sponsorship. She may not be as dumb as you think.
Toya was so difficult.
She didn't have to. She gave cases of wine.
It's rude. Where'd the wine come from? People drink that wine.
Exactly. Eugene was like, where did the wine come from? You people drank the wine. Okay? It sounds like the people were over there gorging on that wine, enjoying the wine, and they were upset that they weren't, or it wasn't what they wanted. Now, let's be clear. You all know that I talked about it for a while. And I said that, yes, even if she wanted to bring wine, because they specifically asked for cash, she should have just brought cash. I still stand by that. But my thing is, how many times does Heavenly need to beat the dead horse? At the end of the day, Toya is taking accountability. She has apologized. You can decide to take the apology or ignore the apology. That is ultimately up to you. It's just so annoying. Oops. Sorry, guys. My laptop almost dropped. It's just... Oops. Sorry, guys. Oh, okay. I got the laptop safely. Right. It's just annoying that, like, Heavenly is bringing it back up again. Like, sis, what is this?
Because that was all that was there. They didn't want that. We wanted to teach her a lesson as to how hard it is to put on an event.
If they did not want that ish, they should not have collected it. And they should not have drank it. Because if you guys did not drink it and you left it to the side, then they would have taken it back home. Right? So they brought wine, probably thinking like, okay, maybe wine would be useful for the party. You guys should not have drank the wine then. You guys should have not collected the wine. You guys should have left it.
Especially how difficult she was.
We're here. We're at the mission.
Y'all would do better by apologizing and say, you know what, we was...
Heavenly, she already apologized. This is why I mean where I say sometimes it just feels like a lot of these women have a hard on for Toya, because it's like, yo, she apologized. How many times do you want her to apologize? She already said she is sorry. You can either take the apology or not take the apology, but constantly expecting her to keep apologizing over the same thing is getting old.
Hold on.
I think Eugene was going to say something. You can see that Toya patted him down. I didn't even realize initially that he was going to say something until I'm rewatching it again.
So I don't want... We were thinking... Hold on. So I don't want to interrupt, but I don't want the energy going up in this place around people and their kids to be foul.
You see? So what she said is a good point. We are about to go around kids. We cannot, right, go and be given that kind of energy. We need to get it together. We cannot be giving that sort of energy. Right?
So get yourself together. So let's leave it here on the bus. I'm sorry. Let's leave it on this car. And when we get off,
Toya, my man is speaking. God damn.
Are you okay, Heavenly? You may respect your man, but your man is not about to interrupt me. Are you okay? Like, I feel like Toya even handled it so well. I would have crashed the heck out. Crashed out. Do you hear me? I would have crashed out because there is no way I'm talking. Your man interrupts me. Then you have the audacity to scream in my ears about how your man is speaking? Who cares if your man is speaking? Your man was speaking over me, madam.
Your man started talking when I was speaking. Your man started talking when I was speaking. Shut the up. The Met Gala.
And this is the thing. You may think your man is the highest person, but that is your man. Nobody holds your man in that high esteem that when your man speaks, nobody else will talk. If someone was speaking before, your man should have shut up and let the person speak. Toya was trying to contain the situation because you were acting like a lunatic. And yet your man chimes in and then you're talking about my man is speaking. Are you okay? Like, Toya is better than some of us, honey, because I would have crashed out. What do you mean? Because your man is speaking over me. You and your man need to get the heck out. Respectfully. Like, what the hell? This is what I mean when I'm like, Toya really managed herself well. I was actually proud in this moment.
We're in Jamaica. If he disrespects me, he gets 0 from me back.
I love what she said. If he disrespects me, he gets 0 from me. Okay? And he did disrespect you. That might not have been his intention, but he did disrespect you because you were speaking, then he spoke and interrupted and continued to speak even though you were speaking. First of all, you are the host. You are allowed to chime in and jump in and redirect the conversation. Your man or her man should have shut the heck up and listened, right? You're nobody's you're nobody's therapist. You're not there to like calm things down. If you cannot calm your wife down and it's your wife that is acting out of pocket, then that is on you, sir. That ain't got nothing to do with the rest of the people. What? Ridiculous. Now, guys, please hit that like button. You're welcome. Please keep coming in. Please hit that like button as you come in. Let us get the likes all the way up. Thank you so much to those who have just joined in and those who have been with us since the start, honey. I really appreciate y'all. Now, let's go.
I'm disrespecting you. I
am. Then she's like, my man not disrespecting you. I am. No, your man was disrespecting when he was speaking over me. How about that?
I just don't want to hear any more argument.
He said he just doesn't want to hear more argument. Then you talk to your wife, sir. You let your wife run amok and then you talk about you don't want to hear no argument. Talk to your wife. Your wife is the reason for the arguments. Now, you guys have got me heated. I look, you feel like I'm shouting, man. You guys got me heated because what the hell? Heavenly, what is this?
He can say what he need to say. Damn it.
Like, what the hell, Heavenly? I can't believe her name is Heavenly because she does not act heavenly at all. At all. Never has, never will. Never, ever, ever. Rachel says, I just can't believe that Bravo has let Heavenly stay on the show this long. The fact her husband supports her, even when he knows she is wrong, he's just as bad as she is. Absolutely. And it's funny because I've always said this for a long time. I don't know if you're necessarily new here, so you may not know, but for a long time, I have said this, where I said that Damon and Heavenly are the same. The difference is Damon knows how to calm his down. Damon knows how to act a little bit more reserved, but he's still as shady and diabolical as Heavenly. And this is something I've said, and I remember the people were like, no. And this is the thing. Sometimes you lot be dragging me in the comments when I say certain things because you don't see it. Sometimes be patient. Watch for a couple of years, and maybe you'll get and see some of the things that I saw. So now it's like the people are now tired of Damien. When back in the day I was talking about Damien and people were like dragging me. Ridiculous. D says, Sweet Tea was set up and used by Heavenly and Quad. Agreed. The only way to get Quad back on the show was to bring Greg and T. Heavenly never liked Sweet Tea or supported her. Absolutely. I think it was all a scheme. It was all a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the BS. The gala they have been doing was boring. Yes, to be honest, I can't trust any of these people outside of Toya to plan a party. Does Heavenly take accountability? Why is she yelling? Nope, she doesn't take accountability. What she does is apologize and do the same behavior over and over again. So that is not accountability in my book. Anyone that can look in your face and apologize to you whilst doing the same thing over and over again, yeah, is playing in your face. Heavenly was way out of pocket on that sprinter. She absolutely was. And I think what was even more shocking was the fact that nobody else said a thing. Everybody was out here looking and letting it run like that. It's like, why are you letting this woman come for this lady that planned something that was trying to calm everybody down? Why are you letting it happen? Like, at what point do you say, do you know what? This is not acceptable. Don't speak to them like that. If your husband is not going to chime in, someone else should have said something. And I was low-key annoyed at Eugene for not saying something. Although I could see here that Toya basically told him to like pipe down. But I personally would have still said something. No, Damien, you control your wife because you were the one that interrupted my wife when she was speaking. I'm sorry. Call me spicy, but if I was the husband, that is what I would be saying. I don't know why they think Toya's a punk. I bet Heavenly won't run up in her face. Rachel, this is the thing. I feel like sometimes because Toya cannot really be bothered with every conflict, Toya knows who these people are, right? It's not every conflict that Toya can be bothered with. So I feel like they can do whatever with Toya, but I need Toya to show them who's boss, honey, because there's no way Heavenly can play in her face like that. And what even irritated me was Toya even apologized. I'm like, no, bro, apologize for what? Why are you apologizing? He should be apologizing. His wife should be apologizing. They both need to be out of that sprinter in timeout for behaving the way they behaved. Right? How is the host speaking and you're interrupting and you couldn't even say, oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I just want all of us to have a good time, blah, blah, blah. Yet you kept speaking over her. That shows you don't have respect for women. Right? And your wife is so male identified that it doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference. She needs everybody to keep quiet just so you can talk. Who are you? Please. Tommy says, please hit that like button. Let the likes match the views. Yes, please. You guys have heard it from my mod. Please hit that like button, everybody. Please hit that like button. Okay? Let the likes match the amount of people in here, please, and thank you. Okay. Heavenly is male-centered. Ooh, super, you hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. Like, you really did. Very, very male-identified. She is like one of those women who think having a man is everything. Like, oh, just because you have a husband, you have everything. Like, okay, sis. That's what it's given. Just because that's how you respect your man at home does not mean every other woman will respect your man the way you respect your man. That's your man. That ain't Toya's man. Right? So no, absolutely not. Not acceptable. Afrobelle says this is so ghetto. Yes, absolutely so ghetto. And it's just sad. Like, the more I look at it, I'm just like, it's just so sad that this is what Married to Medicine. I remember, like, the people were hoping for a lot more class, but there ain't nothing classy about this show. Nothing remotely classy about the show. Hey everyone, for those who have just joined in, please hit that like button as you guys come in. We are discussing Married to Medicine. We're currently talking about the altercation, I guess, or the conflict between Toya and Heavenly. In this case, we think Toya was right in the way in which she handled things. I think Heavenly was hella wrong. Heavenly and Damon need to be in timeout. So feel free to back it up and watch some of the commentary. Okay. D says, I don't think Damon and Heavenly have a loving marriage. I think they are faking like Jackie and Curtis. Ooh, allegedly. But yes, I think you hit the nail on the head. because I don't know anyone who is in a happy, loving relationship that will behave the way Heavenly behaves. Most times, when people are all up in love and happy, they are just so happy. They project that positive energy throughout into life, into what they do whenever they are out. It's all that positivity in the way in which they interact with their friends. They are on a high because they are being loved correctly. They are not angry. They are not bullies. They do not behave the way Heavenly behaves. And so Heavenly has to now be honest with us. Is there something happening at home that she doesn't want us to know about? Is that what it is? Because there's no way a happy person who is loved will behave the way Heavenly behaves. It doesn't make any sense. So someone is lying. Someone is lying. Someone ain't being truthful. Something ain't clean in the buttermilk. Like something is wrong somewhere. And unfortunately, because she is not transparent, we will never get to the bottom of it. And you guys may be wondering why I think she's not transparent. Let's be clear. She has made comments out of her own mouth that alludes to not wanting to share her personal business or not liking to share her own personal business on the show. Which is like, why are you on the show if you're not ready to share your personal business? That's the whole point of being on the show, to share your personal business. So if you can't share your personal business, what are you doing? Why are you on the show? The way Damon acts when he talks to the men like he's a bully. Ooh, that's what Rachel is saying. And to be honest, I think you're onto something, because he's always trying to give this energy like, when I talk, you guys listen, you be quiet. And it's like, no, if I want to talk, I will talk. Ridiculous. I think it's probably all that, like, Heavenly has like piped his head up with all sorts, that maybe that's why he is showing up the way he shows up. But I've always felt like any man that can let his wife run amok, and then act like she is innocent constantly, and we've never seen any scene where he's pulled her to the side and said, babe, this is not how you act in public. You need to control your temper. You need to behave differently. You need to do this. No, that means he does not do anything. He does not do anything. And so I think that definitely needs to be addressed, right? I definitely think that needs to be addressed. I think Damon is complicit. I think that's because they're two sides of the same coin, in my opinion. Guys, please hit that like button. Everybody, please hit that like button. Those are all the clips I actually wanted to show you guys. Let me just double check. I think those were all the clips I wanted to show you guys. I found it a little bit funny that Contessa slept the whole movie screening for Angel. And then she was like, oh yeah, she loved it. I'm like, girl, you slept the whole time. How did you enjoy a movie you did not watch? But I definitely enjoyed hearing her say that. There was something about that just tickled me a little bit. But yeah, let me see what the votes are looking like. So I asked, do you think Mimi hates Toya? 69% of people said yes, she cannot stand her. 31% of people said no, she's holding Toya accountable. Okay. Honestly, I wish some of y'all will come up and tell me what exactly she's holding accountable. Let me see if I can put the link up, so that if you guys want to come up, whoever it is that said, well, to be fair, how do I even get y'all to come up? Because I've not used StreamYard in a while. Okay, I think I found it. Here is the link for anyone. If anyone wants to come up tonight to add their 2 cents before I call it a night, please click the StreamYard link to join the studio. I definitely think that if you guys want to talk about it, jump on and talk about it. Yeah, I don't believe for a second that Mimi is trying to hold Toya accountable. But I would love to hear what you guys think. For those who said no in particular, and that Toya is being held accountable by Mimi, I would love to hear from you guys. So if any of you are free or would like to jump on and talk about it, I want to hear your feedback. Because for me, I just do not see that at all. I don't get that remotely. I think that Mimi just cannot stand Toya because in confessionals, even before they ever had any issues, Mimi was always throwing jabs at Toya in confessionals. So I just really, really struggle with that. But the live, what do you call it? The link to come up, if you guys want to come up, is in there. In the meantime, let me see some of your comments. Contessa sleeping was so hilarious. That lady was tired. She was snoring, literally just snoring. Bless her. She was tired. Over it, completely over it. Tommy says, I really love the charity thing they did in Jamaica, so heartwarming. And yes, I completely agree. I think more of that, to be honest. Like, I feel like Married to Medicine has become so drama focused that it would be nice to see more of like them actually doing stuff for the community. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed seeing that. I love when there's like an opportunity to speak to kids, because I feel like those things stay with the kids. They remember, they remember those gifts. They remember who came and supported them and gave them something, right? It's always good, right? So I definitely love that. And I think it's interesting that more people are voting, and it seems to be that there is a 40% of people that are now saying she's holding Toya accountable. I'm like, if you already feel like that, click on the link and jump on the live. Click on the link, jump on the live. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Put your mouth where your word is. Or I don't even know what to say on that, but put your mouth where your I don't know, where your pole is. Yeah, no, that doesn't land very well, but you all know what I mean. Like, if y'all really feel strongly like that, and you guys are pretty much over there talking about Mimi's trying to hold Toya accountable, come up, let's hear it. Let us hear it. But anyway, I'm going to assume no one is coming up. I'm also very tired anyway, so if no one comes up, I'll give one last minute. I would read any more chats that come up, and yep, I'm already yawning. I'll read any more chats that come up. If not, I am going to call it a night. Because now I need to start waking up early, so I have early nights nowadays. So Super says, the way Heavenly Cursed will taking or talking to those kids. Oh yeah. Okay, now I know there's a typo. The way Heavenly Cursed while talking to those kids. Oh, and then did it again. That's the part that is just diabolical. You did it once, fine, mistakes happen. Then you did it again. I'm like, sis, stop it. You don't even know how to comport yourself. That's the person you all want to vote for to go to office. Does not even know how to act in a setting with kids. You think she's going to know how to act when she gets into office? Please. I'm sure she had cursed her kids out, and that's why her son went no contact. I will not be surprised. I definitely think she has a lethal mouth. The way she talks to the girls on the show, I don't believe that she was any nice when she found out I was speaking to him, personally. I don't think that for a remote second. I absolutely don't. Now, I'm going to do one last look at the poll. Okay, so one last look at the poll. The final winner is Mimi hates Toya. Okay, so 60-40, that's how it ended. Thank you so much for taking part in the poll. Thank you to everyone for being in the chat, for engaging. Special thanks to my mod, Tommy, for helping out tonight. Thanks to Super for joining and always supporting the channel. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Rachel Jackson, for joining and your support. Thanks, Dee, for your support. Thanks, Afrobella. No, actually, Afrobell. Yes. Sorry, Afrobell, for joining and for your support. I love seeing your comments and your engagement. Thank you so much. I hope I didn't leave anyone that was active in the chat tonight. If I left you out, I'm so sorry. I love you. It's not intentional. But yeah, thanks to everyone who joined tonight. Replay gang, all I ask is you please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on your notifications so you know every single time that I post or go live for more content like this. Thank you, everyone. It's been a wonderful Monday night. I had fun with you guys tonight. I hope you guys had fun as well. And to hit it on a high note, everybody, hit that like button, hit that share button, and let me know what you guys think in the chat. And yes, I'll put like a 1-minute timer at the end, so you guys, I can still read your comments and engage with you guys for at least 1 minute before the live ends. On that note, everybody, is good night from us, good night from Tommy, and good night from me. Good night, everybody. Where is my outro?